Merry meet guys, welcome to my channel. I know it's been a long time since I've made a video on my personal channel. And to those of you who have started following me over my YouTube hiatus, even though it wasn't hiatus, welcome. If you don't know, I am a co-host on Witches of the Moon, so that's where a lot of my videos, that's where a lot of my recordings go for our weekly topics. But I wanted to come on here because a lot has happened since now. From my last video to now, a lot has happened, and I wanted to share with you guys and talk about something that happened to me recently that I'm experiencing more and more, and see what you guys think, and see if this stuff has happened to you. So, from my last video until now, a lot of things have happened, like I stated. Me and my partner have moved out of the trailer that we were living in. We finally saved up enough, and with help of my family and our friends, we were able to move into a really nice 2-bedroom apartment. That's kind of where the setup is. It's my bedroom. That was a week before Christmas, so we've been here almost 3 months, almost 2 months, a little over 2 months. So it's a love this place a lot. I just love this place. We noticed that our health is a lot better than when we were living in the trailer. We would have asthma attacks. We wouldn't be, at least I wouldn't be able to get warm. Just a really crappy situation. And there was a lot of, when we moved out, there was a lot of the things that the slumlord that we lived for tried to pull on us, and it really got thrown back in our face. Let's just say karma is a bitch, and the slumlord deserved it. A lot of things have happened. So, like I'll talk about it because I really don't care. One of the coolest things that I thought would happen is, well, not the coolest things. One of the things that's most beneficial to us is when we left, we got DHEC involved because every time we tried to clean as much as we could. Hold on. We tried to clean as much as we could to keep things from going, but we just couldn't get rid of the bugs, and we couldn't get rid of the mold that was growing in the trailer. And so we were like, you know what, we're done. There's a lot of other problems, but this is just like the icing on the cake. We got to move. And so we did. And after we moved out, in the process of us moving out, she gave us a 10-day eviction. And we were like, that's fine. We're almost done moving out anyway. So it's not really going to bother us to be out in 10 days. And then at the end of the eviction, she tried to demand for us to pay rent for the month that she evicted us, which wasn't going to happen. And we're not under any lease to. I'm not telling you the whole story. We weren't under any written lease for security deposits or damages or anything like that. It ran out the 1 year after we signed it and moved in. We tried to get it renewed, but she was like, "Nah, I'm good." Hold on. Okie dokie. Sorry, my partner's messaging me. He's at work. But she was trying to get all these deposits and stuff, and she was harassing my partner. I blocked her because, like, after you do that, one of the final straws for us too is we had water backing up into our shower and stuff, and she wasn't going to fix it. She said that she couldn't get a plumber out there until 3 days time. So that means we couldn't wash our clothes, we couldn't take a bath, we couldn't go to the bathroom because the sewage would come up through the shower. So I called a plumber, and she didn't want to pay for it because her plumber the guy who she gets fixed all of her trailers wouldn't have any time off until 3 days from then. So I called a plumber because we needed it done now, and she wouldn't pay for it. It was a $400-something bill. And when she demanded rent, I was like, "We paid your rent. We fixed your trailer for $400-something. There's your rent." She didn't like that much, but she kept harassing my partner, and she got arrested for phone harassment, and she got arrested for something else too. I don't remember what the other one was. But like I said, we got DHEC involved, and they condemned all of her trailers, all the ones that she had, for black mold, green mold, and mold in the pipes, in the water pipes. So she can't rent out her trailers to anyone else. So that was a big stressor and a relief. The end of December and January. I'm almost done with school, so we're going on a different note, away from the trailer, because that place was nasty. On a different note, I'm almost done with school. I have 2 more classes to go when I graduate. Doing really well in the job I'm at. And yeah. So, getting to what I wanted to talk about other than the update. I lied. I have, between then and now, when I was cleaning out my stuff, getting rid of stuff, I went to of course, the used bookstore, dropped off books that I didn't read anymore, and I got some new ones, because I like my books. But I also found one on Amazon that I got with part of my tax money. I was like, I can't use all my tax money for bills, or I can, but didn't want to. I want to at least get me something, so I got a book. But yeah, I'm still, I have to say, moving all these bastards, that was a pain in the ass. But I'm done for right now. So what I really wanted to, what's really been plaguing my mind these past weeks, and I wanted to talk to you guys about it, or share my video experience, was that while I'm at work, or even when I'm at home by myself, or when my partner's home, or when we're doing stuff together, it's mostly been at work. This is when it happened recently, was yesterday at work. I was going to make a video yesterday, and I got home and I was just too tired. For those of you who don't know, I work for an insurance collection company. I work for health insurance, for a durable medical equipment collection company. So I do the back end, like the insurance claim denials, and corrections and things like that. And I do like my job. It is kind of frustrating and tedious, but it's in the field that I'm going to school for, and it's a stepping stone for me to get something better later on down the road. But yesterday, I don't know, well, it wasn't really a stressful day. It was just slow, and, getting all the reports I needed done was kind of monotonous. And I was coming out of one of the bathrooms, and all of a sudden, and I mean, it could have been someone in the office smelled this way. It could have been. But I smelled hay, like fresh hay and corn feed, like what you feed cows, the cornmeal that you feed cows and other animals. I smelt that while going back to my desk. And it was really weird, because that's what I grew up with. That my grandfather on my dad's side raised cows and goats and donkeys and farm animals, and I would help him with the pastures and tending to the animals and all that. So it just reminded me, and it brought up images of my grandfather, and no one else in the office smelled it. Like, I was like, "Do you smell that?" And they were like, "No, I don't know what you're talking about." So I only asked like 1 or 2 people, and because I didn't want to seem crazy. Which we all say you have to be a little bit crazy to work there. So it was, and when I sat down after asking them, I got this strong impression of my grandfather. And my grandfather isn't one of my ancestors that I work with or that comes to me often. Um, I do believe he's come to me like two or maybe a little bit. He's come to me a couple of times in the past. One was during a reading at a psychic fair. Um, and a couple other times he's come up when I've needed the strong backbone energy and the caring companion um, that he meant to be, or that he wanted to be, but he didn't really show it, which is not bad. That's just who he was. Because other times, like I was telling my friend this, one of my ancestors, my grandmother on my mom's side, if I ask her to wake me up at a certain time, like I'll pray, I'll talk to her before I go to bed, and I'll say, I need to be up by this time tomorrow. I'll set my alarm, but if I don't hear it, can you please wake me up? Um, she is very good at waking me up, not by throwing stuff, but all of a sudden I'll wake up from like a dream, like almost like dead sleep. You wake up, you sit up, and it's like, whoa, what happened? And I look at my clock, and it's like a minute till the alarm goes off. She wants to make sure that I hear the alarm. That has happened a lot because I don't. It's not like I ask her all the time to do it. It's very rarely that I ask my grandmother to help me in that. But I do ask her for help in other situations as well. And I always know it's her because I get this song in my head, and it's the song that uh, I sung to her on her deathbed, and she sung to me back when she was able to talk. So, yeah. And every time I hear that song or it plays in my head, that's how I know that particular song. When it starts in my head, I know it's her. She's around. Um, sorry, got a little teary-eyed there. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to know if you guys maybe it's just me that I'm building a deeper connection to the spirits or my spirits that I work with, my spirit family, or maybe it's something in the I think it's the first one plus a mixture of other stuff because I'm working toward building a more connected relationship with my spirit family. But also maybe it could be like the planets align. I'm not really fantastic with astrology or the energies, or it could just be the energies around the 2019 year, year of the pig. Um, I was wondering if you guys had any experiences like that where all of a sudden sudden smells or sensations or what have you have just popped up, and like when you're having a kind of a crappy day, but you just need some energy boost or whatever, and all of a sudden you get that sense or the smell or a flash or a sound, and it just kind of makes your day better because you feel that you're connected with someone who's passed on or a spirit guide or a deity. I'd love to hear your stories. So if you guys share them with me down below, and until next time, I will talk to you guys later.